we're going to start drawing our final sugar skull. I have finished my planning sheet. I have designed a sugar skull that is complex. It has shapes inside of shapes. It's not just lines, so there's spaces that I could think about coloring. I've picked my color scheme, which I'm going to use analogous, and then down here I have picked 4 colors that are neighbors on the color wheel. So I am finished with this, and now I'm going to move down to the directions on the bottom, and I'm going to start working on my drawing of my skull. Now when we draw the skull, we're going to try to make it symmetrical. So one way that you could think about making your skull symmetrical is you could take your piece of paper and you can fold it in half, okay? And then I would just have to draw half of the skull shape. When I'm drawing the skull shape, I want to keep it simplified because this is more of a sugar skull, so it's not detailed in its shape. And I could go ahead and think about using most of my piece of paper, and I could draw the top of my skull shape, which is a round shape, similar to my picture here. And I'm just going to draw half of it. And that starts to come in, and then it's going to go back out for the cheekbone, and then it would come back in for the jaw, and down for the jaw, and then in and down for the bottom of the jaw. Okay, so here's my shape. All right, then I'll have to think about putting in an eye shape and a nose shape. The eye shape goes right kind of by this point here, so I would move that, and I want to think about drawing it kind of in the middle. Just a round shape would be fine, maybe slightly oval. The nose shape is half of a upside down heart. Okay, and then I could start to put teeth in. And it looks like I'm going to move my jaw down just a little bit so that I have room for all of my teeth. All right, and I could start with then my bottom set of teeth. So there I have my skull shape. Now I could start to add my designs. And I'm only going to do a few of these so that I can show you the easy transfer step to have them appear on the other side. And then I will just do my So I'm going to skip ahead and say that I finished all of my designs. Then the next thing that you're going to want to do is now go over all of your design lines with a Sharpie. And all of your features of your skull. Okay, and then I'm going to open this up, and on the back I can now see where it bleeds through. I'm going to go over all of those lines again on the back now. This might seem odd because this is the back of the drawing, but it will help me be able to transfer it onto the front side. And now I have my front side, I have my back side, and then if I close this up and I press down on it, which you probably can't see in the video, but I can see my original Sharpie lines. I have to look kind of careful, but now I could take my pencil and I'm going to do pencil on this side just in case I make a mistake. And I'm going to go ahead and trace them all. Very carefully. And then I would be able to see all of my designs. And if I finished and then I opened it up, it would then be symmetrical. And then I would trace over this side with a Sharpie, and then erase any pencil lines that show through, and then I could start to color.